Hi, buddy. Welcome to Practice with Kride. Oh, there we go. Got good lighting now. Today I'm going to look at Hubert Law's song "All Soul," and whenever I'm practicing, I try to have some idea. What am I trying to improve? What am I trying to make better? For "All Soul," I love Hubert Law's tone, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time trying to mess around with the inside of my throat and capture his sound, his vibrato. And also, I'm noticing harmonically, I know a lot of what he's doing, but what I can't do, he does some wonderful inflections, a lot of grace notes to chord tones, and a chromatic kind of two chord tones, and that those are things I want to try and copy and try and make better. So those are my goals. I'm not going to play the whole song. I'm not going to. I think in general, I'm better off getting a couple things down well versus trying to do the whole thing not quite so well. So let's go to the song. A little more. His low register is just gorgeous. So it's in C, and it starts on the third. There's a depth to his tone, which I'm not going to get because I'm not playing an old Haynes, but there's a depth to his tone I'd like to copy. So I'm going to try and open my throat and voice it and catch more of his vibrato. His vibrato is really pretty, I think. Let's try that again. Sorry, I lost him on my desktop, so I got to go back. Here we are. Okay. I keep wanting to go to G rather than E. Now I think he's doing more. Yeah. So that's kind of nice. That's something I could stand to work on. I'm going to grace every single chord tone. He's playing a C major 7. And he does a chromatic fall between the B and the G. Now he may do a chromatic fall down for me to get to C. Let me hear that. Yeah, blah da da da. All right, let's go back and see if I can play just that much with him. That's weird. There we go. Okay. So there he did kind of a and when I'm listening to this, I'm looking for things that I can actually practice and make more a part of my playing. So for instance, just that first part. he's doing grace notes into 3, 5, and 7, and then he's doing a chromatic fall down from 7 to 5. So I could work on that. So that's C, C sharp, hard. Very, very awkward. D. Uh, so you get the process. It's kind of cool. I'm always looking for things that the performer does that I don't do in my own playing. And I know for me, I'll often grace into the first note, maybe even two, but I never grace three notes in a row. I just haven't done that. And then the fall down obviously is awkward. So that would be worth practicing. So that's an interval. I'm going from B to G. So that's an interval, a major third. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to go. So I'm gracing into the top note and doing a chromatic fall down on a major third. So one of the reasons I'm doing it with this process is by learning this specific skill in a variety of keys, I think I'll remember that particular lick even better. So by breaking it down into what he's actually doing, both stylistically and harmonically, I think it's easier to take that and transfer it when I'm actually playing. So like if I was doing Misty, so I can go, where I'm doing the same thing, gracing into the first three notes of the melody and then doing a fall down. So I did that in C, C sharp, and D. Here's E flat. No, I was trying the third. That's it. So, how can I explain this? My goal is never to just practice the solo I'm listening toward, although that's not a bad idea. But the goal is to try and tear apart the guy soloing and say to yourself, what did he or she practice in order to be able to do that? So what I'm getting from just this little snippet of Hubert Laws is that he's done a lot of work on approach notes to chord tones, and he's done a lot of work on doing chromatic falls between intervals. So those are the skills that I want to practice in order to more mimic what he's doing and to use them in my own jazz styling. Here's E, starting on the third. That's easier. F. And once I find myself losing concentration and moving away, I go on to some other topic or I take a break and come back. But this is just a kind of a snapshot into a way of approaching working on a solo or working on someone's solo that you like. Obviously, I'm always trying to capture nuances of tone, vibrato, phrasing, but in addition, I'm always trying to grab whatever technically the person has done to get to that point and be able to do that. So Hubert Laws is a wonderful guy to study on flute. I'm just an amazing player. All right, I hope this was helpful for your own practicing. And this is Practice with K Ride. I'm just in the other practice room trying to figure this stuff out. And you're maybe listening on the other side of the wall, wondering what the heck am I working on? And this is just a snapshot into my head. One of my ulterior goals in doing these videos is I know lots of adults that think flute's kind of cool and it might be fun to play. And I'm hoping more people play that instrument or sax or anything because I'm firmly convinced that playing a musical instrument enhances whatever age you're at. It's great for helping you learn quicker when you're younger as a student in high school, grade school, middle school. It's great as an adult to maintain your mental acuity, and it's greater in the aging process, especially for memorization, for accessing parts of your brain that nothing else really hits. And it's just fun. It's just plain simple fun. All right, guys, thanks for coming. Bye bye.